What's up, witches?
It didn't do the countdown. Are you sure we're recording?
Yeah, because it's at 7 seconds.
Oh. What's up?
What's up?
What's up, witches? And happy solar eclipse day, if you got to see it. I got some cool pictures. We should probably somehow post those. They're on my Facebook page, but you don't have that. So.
Well, no, but you did send them to me, and I have I have access to the Instagram.
Yes, I sent you most of them. There's a couple others I took. Like
yes,
when I
know.
told you I was trying to take. So I took the solar eclipse viewing glasses and put them over the camera of my phone, and used that. Ooh, I'm shedding. And then use that to take a picture of the eclipse. And the last one, I didn't get a picture of it, but the last one I saw, because I was doing yard sales, because my baby girl was working and my partner in crime was not available to do them with me, so I was going around. There was a dude with his telescope out, looking at it, and I didn't see any filters. I'm hoping there was, because god damn, he's gonna burn his retinas out. But anyway, I didn't see but I didn't get a chance to actually stop and inspect his telescope too at the same time. Anyway, I digress. Oh, before we go any further, I wanted to say to our viewership, listenership, for those that don't watch but listen. The last couple podcasts, now the very last one we did that was not your normal podcast was actually more normal than not, because we were pretty buzzed. But not that I was wanting to disrespect the craft, or my brothers and sisters in the craft, or those seeking for validation, or just wanting to know what the fuck it's all about, and you run across this drunken fool doing magic. And yes, it's possible to do magic intoxicated. Not recommended. Not at all. There are some historical writings that suggest that hallucinogens were taken in ancient past, or ancient times, to further themselves. But what I'm saying is that I do partake of the adult beverage, and sometimes I partake a little too much, and I did on our last recordings, and I apologize, because I, after thinking about it, realized that was just a tad bit disrespectful to the gods, to you, to the craft, to you. I mean, yes, I'm buzzed now, but I'm not drunk. And although I am thinking about what I'm going to say, I'm not slurring my speech yet. I joke, but I'm being serious. So I apologize to all of my brothers and sisters in the craft. We are here to help anybody, new or not so new, within the craft. I am not trying to be the clown and she be the serious one. Anyway. So, today we're going to do the Money Bowl again.
Yes.
Okay.
So we had already recorded an episode where we did the Money Bowl, but we were
I was trashed.
And we were so unorganized that it was not what we wanted to put out. So we decided to wait a little bit and then re-record so that we could put out something that we would actually be proud of. So not only are we going to be doing a money bowl, but we're also going to be showing how to make a protection blend that can be used either in a jar or a charm bag, or I guess they call it a sachet.
Sachet.
Or a sachet. However you want to pronounce it.
Yeah, satchel.
But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and start with the money bowl, since it's right here. This is our bowl. It's green for prosperity.
For money. Prosperity. Money. Green for money.
Money, prosperity, thing. Abundance.
Actually, we should get gold, because, I mean, that's really what all money was based on.
Originally,
once upon a time. Yeah, gold and silver. Anyway, so.
All right, so.
You already got the silver in the.
Yeah, I've got the coins already.
Nice. Rinsing off.
Yep.
So we had the money bowl that we had made last time, and we needed to clean it out, and that included cleaning off the silver coins. So. Anyway. So, what do you want to begin with?
I guess we could just start we already have our incense going, right?
Well, I had one going, but I could start another.
Was going.
But then that would take me out of screen.
No, that's okay. I guess I'll just start putting stuff in. So usually what we do is collect the herbs that we want to use for it, and there's actually quite a few you can use. I'm not going to go through all of them on this podcast. That was one of the things I did last time, and oh my god, it took forever. But if you'd like to know, I can always post an Instagram or a infographic on Instagram or something, or you can reach out to us at gettingwitchypodcast@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to give you that information. So I am going to start with...
Now, while she's doing that, pause. This is an anointing oil that, of my creation. Made it about the end of 2019, early 2020. Couldn't tell you everything that's in it, but I can give you an idea. But if you just do some research and look up anointing oils, or if you have any textbooks, or not textbooks, but books on witchcraft or potions and that type of thing, there'll be a recipe for an anointing oil. So while she's getting that together, you're going to see me anointing this candle. Now, meanwhile, while we're talking about all this, we're also sending out to the universe that this is to bring prosperity and wealth to our family. Now, wealth does not just mean money, but money's not necessarily a bad thing. Right?
Right.
So, to bring prosperity to the home and to us. So, while she's doing that and I'm doing this, that's what we're thinking about. So, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. So I'm going to start with allspice. You can either use the whole berry or you can use ground. I prefer using the whole berry. So I'm just going to put, and I like to keep things symmetrical. I'm going to put in one for each of the 4 directions. That's allspice. And usually he and I take turns adding things in. But since he's busy anointing the candle, I will just go ahead and do my thing.
Sometimes I'll engrave a runic symbol and here, like Fehu. And a couple others that I can't think of right now.
Hi, Maureen.
Hi there, Maury. What's up, dude? Okay, we can get rid of that.
All right. So we also have some dried bay leaves. Oh, that one was pretty big. I know, that's what she said.
A chunk of citrine. This is star anise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you putting the ones that you put on?
What?
What are those?
Those are for the protection jar.
Okay.
I'm just kind of setting them aside over here.
Set aside. Some pyrite. Meanwhile, thinking of wealth, prosperity, health, longevity, success, cinnamon for the same thing.
Clear quartz to amplify
All of
everything
them.
that we put in.
Yeah, amplify all of them. Aventurine. For wealth, prosperity, good fortune. Citrine, the merchant stone, for basically the same thing. It is said that merchants of old would keep a piece of citrine in their register or in their money pouch, and that would help their money to grow.
We have some marjoram.
Oh, ground cinnamon. Because we like cinnamon, even though you don't like the smell of cinnamon oil, or oil that smells like cinnamon, I should say.
If you're talking about the cinnamon essential oil, I'm sorry, it smells like wet dog.
Jade. Money. Wealth, prosperity.
Crushed mint. Copper.
I know what it's basically copper bullion. It's purest form.
You seemed a little stuck.
I'll give you stuck. Nutmeg. What was that you just put in?
It looked like a little teeny tiny piece of citrine
Mm-hmm.
that may have come off the crystal. This is a gold bracelet that one of my sisters gave to me, but because it's made of gold, I put it in the bowl.
This is actually what, well, I think she does too, but this is a piece of a meteorite. It doesn't look like anything much, but it's really, really, really heavy. I put it on a glass table and put a magnet underneath it, and it moved it around. Yes, this could be just iron ore, except that it's too clean for that. So anyway, just based on my belief that it would be something from the heavens, put that in there to help. Even if it's not from the heavens, it's got magnetic energy it's sending out, so attract what we're sending. Carnelian, again, also for wealth and prosperity and good fortune.
little bit of chamomile. Is that the mandrake? Dandelion.
Oh, now I see it. Yep. Dandelion.
Oh, this is the mandrake.
Okay, cover your ears. The mandrake.
They're already ground.
Oh, so you've already killed the baby mandrakes and ground them up, so they're not screaming in there. If you didn't watch Harry Potter, then you don't know what I'm talking about.
I didn't do it. I bought them that way.
Oh, that teacher is such a ruthless woman. Dillweed. Why is there a joke somewhere in that statement right there? Just putting a little dillweed on it.
No, growing up, that was my favorite.
So
insult.
what is dillweed good for? I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, but I did. What is? Do you know off the top of your head, or we'd have to look it up?
If I remember correctly, it is either for prosperity or for making wishes come true. And since we are putting a wish out there.
Well, it's not a wish, it's what's going to happen.
Yes.
But I hear what you're saying, yes.
I'm adding some rose.
What did the roses do to you that you're crushing them? So, put that, just...
They offended me. No, it doesn't have to be
red. So this is our aventurine.
Mm-hmm.
Some more citrine. This is gold flake, retrieved by my mother and her husband Jim. Cool dude, nice guy. So yeah, that's gold flake.
So when it comes to rose, it doesn't have to be red rose. It just needs, you could use wood rose, you could use white rose, yellow rose. Doesn't really matter.
Oh, you're still on that?
Rose. Well, I started saying something and then you interrupted me. But anyway, moving on to ground nutmeg. Doesn't have to be ground. It can be whole if you want to use a whole one.
But make sure you find a priest that hasn't done anything he shouldn't. Oh, you said whole, not holy. My bad. So this is powdered ginger. This is yours. You should put that there.
This is a little jade frog that my parents got for me many, many years ago. And also a gold pendant with some cubic zirconia and what looks to be ruby.
And some more green aventurine.
It says I love you, so I put it in there to keep them with me always.
Okay, that's wax. So this is all...
And then we have some more gold flake, which was collected at the little gold mining town here in Apache Junction.
So we'll put this right. It's already been anointed right in the center. Oh, forgot the offering of tobacco to the gods.
Ah, yes.
Oh. We forgot
The coins.
the coins. But I need a lighter. And for those of you that weren't aware or aren't aware from the last time we did this, these are mostly silver coins from the 60s. So, you know, this is a time when you could meditate on your purpose or goal, what you're trying to achieve, what you hope to accomplish, you know, however you want to phrase it, all meaning the same thing, basically. But, you know, meditate on this. Let the candle go. Do not, I do not recommend you allowing any artificial source of wind flow to blow directly on the candle. Like, don't sit it underneath or close to the AC vent. Don't put it close to a fan. Just let it burn naturally as much as possible with the natural airflow, not directly underneath or in front of something that is going to stir up the flame anyway and burn it faster.
Right, because didn't we kind of make an oopsie and we had it directly under the AC and it kind of burned weird?
Well, once upon a time, yeah. Well, I think you did something with me at my mom's when I was staying over there. We did something, and yeah, it kind of like burned half of it. Like this like it burned half and left the other. It was really, really strange. So. All right, so we got this. This is for the bonfire that we're going to do. We did one before with the last one that we did, last Money Bowl we did, but we didn't film it. So, our bad. This one will be recorded, and we will be doing that probably, see, today is Saturday. You have your internship on Monday, but you don't work. Do you have class?
Yes.
Shit.
And then I'm cleaning the house on Tuesday. And then have class.
There's a silver dime.
So basically like Wednesday and Friday are the days this week that I don't have school.
Okay. So Wednesday we'd have to do it. What are we doing again?
Bonfire?
Yes. Sorry, I do partake of a certain herbal remedy to help one sleep and not have chronic pain, but does unfortunately affect short-term memory. So, that being said, that was a nice way of saying I smoke weed, huh? What?
Nothing. I should really get you on some different herbs.
I like the herb I'm on.
Yeah, but the ones I want to put you on won't affect your memory.
Ah. Alright, so this is going down here. Next to the cauldron. Cauldron, yeah. Sorry. Alright, got that there. So what are we doing next? Protection jar.
Before we completely segue to the protection jar, okay. I did want to mention that with the money bowl, you can also add petitions for something specific. So if you have a goal to...
Yes, you can write it down. We didn't do that.
Yes.
Sorry.
If you have a goal to have a certain amount of money in your bank account by a certain day, and you know how you want to earn that money, you can write it all down on a piece of paper, fold it up, and add it to the money bowl. And as long as you're doing the actions it takes to get it to happen, it should happen.
Sorry.
Things like winning the lottery are a little bit different.
Yeah, no, yes. But I was also going to say, dime bags and... Never mind.
Okay. Well, then I guess we'll go ahead and move on to the protection jar. So.
We're done with these?
Yeah, we're done with those.
All right, I'm going to get rid of this. Look at that dirt that was in those coins.
Yep. Not surprising. Okay, so. Here I have my mortar and pestle, and this is my protection blend. As you can see, I don't have much of it left, so I like to keep a lot on hand, or at least a spice jar full on hand, so that I just pulled jasmine out of my blend.
Ladies and gentlemen, she just pulled jasmine out of her ass.
Anyway, I like to keep it on hand so that when I need to make a protection jar for somebody I care about, I can just go ahead and make it. I don't really put any intention into it while I make it, other than just for overall protection from anything that could possibly harm. When I make the specific protection jar, though, that is when I put the main portion of the intention into it. So we are going to be using cayenne pepper, eggshell powder, which I have a lot of, but this is just my little amount that I keep on my spice jar. What's that look for?
Nothing.
Would you like to grab me a jar or a bottle from, I think it's that box right there?
And of course, you can use herbs from the grocery store. You don't have to go to Mom and Pop's Deli down the street that has the herbs in bags.
Right.
Or Hoodoo Voodoo shop, in downtown.
Yeah, because I guarantee you the herbs that you're going to get from the Witchy store are going to be the exact same herb that they sell
What do you want,
on
woman?
the spice rack.
What do you want, woman? From the bottom drawer?
No, I didn't say the drawer.
Well, then just tell me. Don't get...
Nope,
You
that's
didn't-
not it either. Oh, right. So we're just gonna use one of these.
Okay.
I'll edit that part out.
You'll edit that part out?
Yes.
Did you hear that? She said she'd edit that part out, y'all. You don't get to see the dark side of things.
What dark side of things? I mean, I can leave that part in if you want.
I'm being a smartass. You're gonna edit this out too, so I might as well just fucking run with it.
Okay. Now, to keep my blend actually balanced, I'm going to use a 1/4 teaspoon to measure each of the herbs. And I think just for demonstration purposes, I'll only use a 1/4 teaspoon of each. So we'll go ahead and start with the cayenne, which basically can be used for lots of things, such as lust spells, love, protection. It's one of those herbs that's used to...
And we're not recommending either one of those, lust or love.
No. But when it comes to how it's utilized, it basically gives a swift kick in the ass. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to basil. And I'm just doing a level 1/4 teaspoon of each.
We talked about making black salt. I still have not made black salt.
So I've tried making black salt, but mine does not come out the way this does. And did you taste it?
It's a mineral. Yes. And it's got charcoal in it. I mean, it can't, it's neither way is it bad for me. Kind of tastes like sea salt, which is a good thing. You don't want table salt.
Okay, so these jars, the neck is just a little too small to get the spoon into, so I'm
You
gonna
see
have
how
to...
she freaked out because I tasted it?
We have coriander seed, which for those of you who don't know, coriander is the seed to the cilantro plant. What?
And now sea salt.
Yes.
But black salt is made from sea salt. But okay. I know it's a different process. I know. I've read up on it. I know how to make black salt. I know what that is. Those are all ready.
Okay, and this is fennel, which I don't know about you, but I do not like this. I don't like fennel.
I know you don't like fennel. That's the stuff that is in sausage, by the way. Those long kernels of barley or...
These little thingies.
That's what's in sausage.
Yeah, I don't like the smell.
Every time
like
I
the
smell
taste.
that, the people smoking the clove cigarettes, that's what I smell.
Yeah, so this is ground clove. Occasionally I'll use whole clove, but today I'm using ground because when you use the whole clove and you try to funnel it into a small neck bottle, it's a pain in the butt because the cloves will get stuck.
It's a pain in the ass.
Oh look, whole cloves. We've got some rosemary.
Eggshell?
I'm gonna do eggshell. I'm gonna do that last.
Don't forget your claws.
So we've got. All right, rosemary, which is an all-around useful herb. You can use it.
I love rosemary.
To substitute for any herb that you know, if you're working with a spell and you realize that you don't have an herb, you can always just substitute rosemary.
A great tea for when someone's sick. Several, like 5 or 6 sprigs of rosemary. Cut them up if you want, but like 5 or 6 sprigs of rosemary with some fresh growth at the end. Lemon juice and lemon peels, garlic. What else did I put in that for my mother? There was honey. There was something else.
Ginger?
Yes, because it was kind of, that would make it kind of
a little bit
sweet.
Spicy and sweet.
And a little spicy, yeah. So those brought to a quick boil, turn the heat off, and let it just cool. she was good in like 24 hours. Fuck, it was yummy too. The main thing though was rosemary. There was more rosemary in it than anything else. Anyway.
All right, so I went ahead and added some black pepper and some ground eggshell. So now I'm just going to mix it and grind it a little bit with the mortar and pestle. And again, while you're doing this process, you want to be thinking about what your intention is for the blend. I usually just think all around protection at this point. But then when I add it to the jar is when I add my main intention for the person I'm giving it to. And you just want to do that until it's nice and well blended, which, I mean, I think that looks pretty good.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So we have this little jar here that we're going to use. And to start off with, I am going to add 2 little chips of amethyst.
Oh, I need to get you some more, huh?
No, I have a couple other little bottles. This is one of the bottles I got before you bought me my...
The big kit?
Yeah. So I have 2 pieces of amethyst. Two pieces of obsidian. And 2 pieces of tiger's eye. And then we're going to add a couple cat claw sheets. You know, we can just move this down here.
Scared the shiznit out of me.
Now, for those of you who might be getting all up in arms about me using animal parts, we have cats. Well, a cat now, but we used to have 2 cats, and
they're ethically harvested. They drop them.
Yeah, they were naturally shed. So we just collect them whenever we find them.
But we don't have. That's just Maury's, right?
Well, there are a couple of middies in there still. But
yeah, I see one in there, but that.
I think his is good enough.
Yep.
I used to do one of each of their whiskers, one of Maury's and one of Midnight's, but Midnight passed away in September.
We only have like 1 or 2 left.
Yeah, so I'm going to be very prudent about who gets her claw sheets. So then I take this little funnel and I basically do spoon by spoon until the bottle is full. And during this process is, again, you're going to want to do your main intentions for the person you're making it for. It's backing up.
Hold that for a second.
And this is actually quite a bit larger than the jars I usually use. Usually the jars I use are the little charm bottles that you can find at Michael's or Dollar Tree in their little craft area.
You put the whole thing in there.
And that's fine. I mean, I made this for demonstration purposes. I can always make more of the blend.
Who are we going to give this supercharge mother lover to?
Actually, this one's going to go in my car because I gave mine to Devin when he started driving.
Perfect.
Simply because that kid is...
But just dump it.
Well, it's backing up, babe.
That's what she said.
And for those of you who are watching and can't quite tell, we're making a huge mess here. Which happens.
We're making magic, goddammit.
We are making magic, but we're also making a huge
All right.
mess.
So put the lid on this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then trim that bad boy.
Look at that. We happen to have scissors right here.
Beautiful.
Now, for those of you who are curious about
Where'd it go?
cat whisker magic, you can actually trim their whiskers and they will maintain the magic, which is why he had me trim that one and then put the rest back in the jar. Yeah.
Trade car.
Oh, you know.
I was, but I was being smarty pants. So this is still going. And will be for probably a little bit.
Yeah, probably another 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh,
You think more than that?
15 at
Okay.
least. So what else are we going to talk about, or are we done?
Well, I did want to put it out there to our viewers that we are looking for suggestions for future episodes.
Something you've heard about, wanted to know about, if it's possible. We will not do Ouija board stuff because
No.
we both know the validity of that and do not want to invite anything into our home that we are not well aware of or able to control. So, that being said, if you have a question or curiosity of how something is done, then just ask. Our email address is
gettingwitchypodcast@gmail.com. You can also reach out to us at Getting Witchy Podcast on Instagram. Or
So damn
we're on
gorgeous.
Facebook.
You're so damn gorgeous. We're on Facebook?
Yeah, we have a page on Facebook.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
How am I not our own friends?
I don't know how.
If we're on Facebook, how have we not sent me a friend request?
I don't think you can do that from a page. It's not a profile like our personal profiles. It's a page
That
for the
sounds
podcast.
suspect.
But either way,
Anyway.
Getting Witchy. Or you can look us up on YouTube at Getting Witchy. That's where you see all of our videos. But yeah, if there's anything you'd like to know about, whether it's a particular type of spell or a specific herb and how it's used,
Particular type of magic, candle magic,
color
water magic, color magic, draw. Now I'm not real good at drawing. I used to be. My mom and dad were really good, but I'm not. But anyway, you get the idea.
Yes. Or if there's a particular group of gods and goddesses you would like to know about.
Yes, let's talk about the gods and goddesses.
Or even just a specific god or goddess. By the way, Zeus was a man whore.
Yes, he was. And we could talk about the goddess of the Israeli people. They had a goddess once upon a time.
Yes, we could talk about that too.
Without getting into the political shit with what's going on right now and the people being murdered on the street, whether Israeli or Palestinian is irrelevant, they're being murdered on the street. We won't get into that conversation.
No, we won't.
Do not support anything other than a successful channel.
Yes.
So, but we can talk about the gods and goddesses of old. Gods and goddesses you may have no freaking idea ever existed. Funny saying that, considering people were believing in them thousands of years before any of us were born. And yet we question whether or not they existed. I'm just saying. Good night, y'all. One love. Mwah. Peace.
Don't forget, Samhain is coming.
Yes, it is. Very soon. And I hope you had a great Friday the 13th. I had a pretty good one, even though my baby girl was at work. It was still, it was okay. It was okay, I didn't jump off a building or, anything like that. Got some stuff done, and yeah. Mom's finishing up recovering from surgery. She had a knee replaced. We've been dog sitting her dog. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna pull a Forrest Gump. That's all I'm gonna say about that. She's been a pain in the butt.
Anyway, have a blessed new moon. We'll see you guys later.
One love.
Thanks.
Peace.